So earlier this year, back in January, Homestead asked me to do a Homemaker's Tag. And I am a slacker, as you're going to see from these list of questions that she gave me. And I'm just now getting my Homemaker Tag done. I'm going to list their links and below. There are actually a lot of women doing this tag in our specific little homesteading group. And so I'm going to link them below, and so you can go see their videos. And it's been really fun to watch their videos because, you know, for me, I've been able to connect with other women that are a lot like me. I've been able to feel normal as a homemaker and as a mom and as a wife. And it's just, it's good. It's been a good, really good thing to look back and see all of these homemaker tags. So Cherish gave us a list of 20 questions to answer, and I hope that it's not too boring because I have a pretty boring life, but I'm going to go ahead and answer them for you now. Okay, so question 1 is, have you ever had anyone say anything negative to you about staying home or working from home? Okay, so I am a work-at-home mom. I have been in the media industry for over 11 years, almost 12 years. And I was in the newspaper industry. I was the general manager of a magazine here in Virginia. Believe it or not, I'm only 30 and I've had these jobs. And I have just always been a go-getter when it comes to career. I came to terms with the fact that I just like to work. I like to work. I just do. I like doing work that I like to do. You know, like I don't want to be a, you know, professional house cleaner or anything like that. But I like the work that I do. So I like writing, I like blogging, I like planning the Homesteaders of America conference and being the founder of that organization. I just love the projects that I'm doing and building and that are becoming eventually a substantial amount of income for my family. So when I had Junior, I didn't have as much going on as I do now. And I love to work, but I also wanted to be at home with my child. And so I did have a lot of people saying negative things. A lot of people thinking that stay-at-home moms don't do anything. I was one of those people before I had a kid. There were a lot of people saying that I should go out and get a job, that working from home or being a stay-at-home mom isn't a job. All the while, I've never not had a job. I've always had a job. Even now being at home, I have always had a job. Before we had Junior, I had a job outside of the home. Junior I didn't start staying home until Junior was about 3 or 4. So even then, the only way I could stay home is if I had an income. So I have always had an income. I have always had a job. I've never not had a job. There was a time when I didn't want a job, but I'm glad that I kept up with it because now I really enjoy it, especially now that he's older. So I have had people say negative things before, but there haven't been that many, and normally they're just uneducated responses. Question 2, what is your favorite and least favorite part of staying home or working from home? So my least favorite would probably have to be the fact that I am a social person, and I do like being around other people most of the time. Certain people, not all people. I do like going out. You know, come weekend and my husband gets home and he wants to stay home, I'm like, no, I want to go out. I want to go do stuff because I'm home all week. And so that's probably my least favorite part, is just being here all of the time and not having like any spunk and spontaneity in my life. But my most favorite thing is the fact that I get to be at home. I love being at home. I love working from home. I love having my own schedule. I love being my own person. I love being at home. So I have nothing bad to say about that other than the whole being at home thing. Question 3, what is your favorite and least favorite chore? My least favorite chore is laundry. I hate laundry. I don't like laundry, period. Period. I'm the worst at laundry also. My favorite chore, I didn't realize that homemakers had a favorite chore. If I had to choose chores, it would be outside work. Like, that's just the truth. What time do you wake up and go to bed? Well, that's a really difficult question because it depends on what time my husband wakes up in the morning. If he's up and out of here at 4:30, then I'm up at 4:30. normally we're in bed by like 10 or 10:30. Sometimes earlier, just depends how long the day has been. But I have a hard time sometimes going back to sleep. Like my mind goes constantly. So even if I'm up at 4:30 and I try to lay back down, I can't fall back asleep. But we are always out of bed. I'm always out of bed by at least 6:30. Do you put anything on in the background while you clean, work, cook, TV, radio, podcasts, etc.? You know, I'm probably one of the weird people. I really like quiet. But if I'm cleaning, like if I'm deep cleaning, I'll put some music on. And my music ranges. It can be anywhere from bluegrass to country to, you know, inspirational Christian music. It can be, you know, right now I'm on a big indie kick. I love singer-songwriter music because I'm a singer-songwriter, and I love singer-songwriter type style music. So, I really like playing that stuff. I can't listen to podcasts when I'm doing other things. I'm not very good at multitasking. So, yeah, if I'm deep cleaning or doing a lot of stuff or even cooking, I'll put music on. Otherwise, do you get dressed most days or stay in PJs? I do get dressed, but I have like yoga pants or leggings on, and you know, a shirt is fine. I don't get like jeans on unless I'm working outside or unless I know we have company coming over or we're doing something. So yeah, I do get out of my PJs. How do you do your hair, and how often do you do your hair and makeup? So I don't wear makeup. I might wear it like 3 or 4 times a year. I'm going to be honest with you. And normally that's for really special occasions. I'm just not a makeup person necessarily. I grew up a tomboy. I was a huge tomboy. And so, I really didn't learn how to do my makeup. I can do makeup well, but I end up rubbing my eyes or smearing something on my face, and I don't wear makeup a lot. So that's just me. My hair, on the other hand, I do my hair every couple of days. I only wash my hair every 3 days, and so on day 1 I will wash it and blow dry it. Day 2 I will curl it, and day 3 it's still pretty curly, and then I'll wash it. So it's normally kind of done. I like having my hair done. Number 8, what is your trouble zone or area in the home that needs the most help? My whole house. Oh man, let's just get real. No, my trouble zone is probably the basement, because I don't like the basement. The basement's not my thing. It's like the man area, and so the basement's probably our trouble zone often. Our other trouble zone for a long time was the sitting room, and it's because we have a front door, and that's where everyone wants to come in other than in the basement, and so it's just muddy and messy all the time. And who cleans it up? Mom cleans it up. All right, number 9, how often do you find yourself getting distracted? All of the time. I am constantly distracted. Always distracted, whether it's by the phone or a phone call. I don't really watch a lot of TV unless it's at night. And even then I don't. But it's normally by Facebook or the phone or YouTube or something like that, or a conversation. People call me and talk to me all day long. And so that's probably my biggest
Number 10,
distraction.
how do you enjoy...
No, number 10, do you enjoy staying home, or do you miss going to a job every day? I don't miss going to a job every day. I think I kind of touched on that before. I love staying at home, but I do still have a job. I'm just working. Number 11, what is your never-ending chore? Laundry. Duh, because everybody wears clothes all the time. Laundry is my never-ending chore. What is your favorite way to relax or have me time? I am lucky because I only have one child. I think most people who have done this Homemaker's Tag have multiple children, and so I only have one child. We tried for more, and it's just never happened. But the beauty of having one child is that he's 8 now, and so I'm kind of starting to get my life back, and I love quiet time. Like in this sitting room, I don't have a TV in here. I have a whole bookshelf full of books. I have a window to look out. My favorite me time is just sitting down in the quiet, looking out the window, thinking about life, thinking about, all kinds of other things, and just kind of organizing my thoughts. I need that me time. I know there's a lot of people who don't, but because I'm a career-minded person and a very disorganized person, I really thrive off of me time and quiet time. So, I don't go out places by myself. I'll just sit here. And I'm really excited when Junior goes with my husband and goes away and does stuff. But I just like me time. I really do like me time. Quiet me time. So it can look like reading a book or just sitting here listening to music, because I love to listen to music. Number 13. How often does your husband or significant other chip in? So he's my husband, not my significant other. He doesn't chip in a lot. If we want to be honest, he chips in financially. I mean, he's the breadwinner in the house. But when it comes to cleaning, yeah, no, not so much at all. He has done the laundry a few times, and he's done dishes a couple of times, but it's not like he doesn't chip in on a regular basis by any means at all. If you have kids, when do you find time to do the chores? Like I said, I'm lucky in the sense that I only have one child, and so one child doesn't really, it's not as like having 8 children, you know. I do chores whenever I do them. I don't have a set time of day. You know, a lot of people say they get up early in the morning and vacuum and clean. And I'm like, if I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, my kid would wake up with me, and then I would be miserable all day long. So I do chores during the day. I've always been like that. Even when he was a baby, he just never would sleep through chores. And so I've always done chores just whenever I can during the day. Number 15, how do you balance being a homemaker and creating YouTube content? That's easy. I don't create a lot of YouTube content. I am a writer first and a blogger first, and so that's where my focus is most of the time. I do use YouTube to connect with a different audience, because the YouTube community is a different audience than my writing and blogging community is. But I suck at creating YouTube content, and I'm sorry, because I know so many of you are like, make more videos, but I don't like watching myself on video, and so I just don't make a lot of content. I'm sorry, I don't. But so the question was, how do you balance it? I don't balance it. But how do I balance mom life and work life? It's just something you kind of have to make a habit of. Number 16, what is your favorite room in your home and why? This room. This room, the sitting room, and the kitchen that are attached to it. Probably because they're the only 2 rooms in this entire house that have been renovated. And not completely. You can see the floor is still nasty. But I love these 2 rooms. They're my favorite rooms out of the whole house, because they really express me and my style. I love the farmhouse style. I want to live in a farmhouse. I love bright colors like the whites and the grays and the barn doors. I love all that stuff, and so they are a big reflection of me, and so I love these 2 rooms especially. Number 17, what is your least favorite room in your home and why? My least favorite, I think I answered that, is the basement. I don't like the basement. It's dark and dreary and dingy, and the floor is painted concrete, and I just think it always looks dirty, and it's just, I don't Number like 18, do you feel your home reflects your personal style? Why am I not? I feel like part of my home reflects my personal style. Mark has always told me that, you know, the upstairs is mine to do whatever I want to with, and the downstairs is his to do whatever he wants to with, which is our basement. We are slowly getting to that point. Like I said, I love the farmhouse look. I was never a decorator, and now I love decorations, and I think it's because, to be quite honest with you, I figured out who I am in life and what I like in life, and so I love for my home to reflect that. I love books. Our home reflects books. I hope that my child loves books when he grows up. You know, it does reflect me as a person. Number 19, what does your home smell like? Right now, I have an addiction to these little wax warmers, and I know they're not healthy for you. I know all my essential oil people are like, why don't you use essential oils? And I do, but I love these little wax warmers you can get from Walmart. And right now, it normally smells like this fresh orchard apple smell. I love it. They have an autumn smell too that's like pumpkin ale, and it smells really good. The last question is, what is your strong point and weak point when it comes to homemaking? I would say that my strong point is taking care of my family emotionally. I feel like being a homemaker is not just about cleaning your house. It's not just about being a wife and a mom and taking care of the home. I feel like a big part of a homemaker is being emotionally available for your family, whether it's your husband or your child. I feel like I do that, and so I guess I'm not as concerned with having a clean and pristine house, because I feel like I service them as they need me. My weakest point, though, is that I'm not the best housekeeper in the whole world, and I'm reminded of that very often. And, you know, I try really hard, but I get distracted by work because I love to work, and I get distracted by homeschool. Some homeschool days are very long and rough, even with one child. I get distracted by dreams and aspirations and all kinds of other things. And so I've come a long way. I'm a much better house cleaner than I was 10 years ago. Much better. But I'm still not the perfect house cleaner. I'm not a perfectionist. I know that as soon as I mop the floor, it's going to get dirty again. And so some days I just don't even try. But I try to make it as home-like as possible. And I feel like as long as my family's emotional needs are met, that's really all that matters. So those are my strong and weak points. But yeah, so I hope that you like this video. It has been kind of fun to reflect on myself as a homemaker, and knowing that I'm not going to be a homemaker forever. You know, one day my kid's going to go away and he's going to find a wife, and I hope that she blesses him immensely, and that, you know, she is a great homemaker. And I hope that, you know, I can be in the sidelines saying, you know, it's okay if your house isn't pristine and clean, as long as you're loving him and your kids, and that's really all that matters. And I think it's really an interesting journey to talk about, because, you know, I know in 10 years when my kid is 18 and I'm looking back and I'm 40, you know, I'll be a young, empty nester. It'll be kind of like, okay, well, what now? What do I do with life now? And so it's been kind of interesting to look back on being a homemaker, and strong points and weak points, and things that I fret about now that I'm not going to fret about in 10 years. So it makes it all worthwhile. But anyhow, don't forget to check out all the people that are part of this Homemaker Tag in the link below. I hope that you enjoy as much as I have. Thank you, Hope's Homestead, for including me in this homemaking tab. It has been fun and interesting to connect with other women and to share my own story with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, and happy homesteading and happy homemaking.